Guys, as a special forces operator, as a father, as a brother, as a sister, as a mother, you get one chance to make a good impression. You also get one chance to make a bad impression. Once that impression is made, you're done for. You could try to recover from it, but it will forever stick with you guys unless you change to a new crowd. Guys, today I wanted to speak with you guys about 8 personality traits in a special forces operator, in a man, in a woman that has the ability to repel everybody that's good out of your life. Now I want to bring these to your attention so you can do whatever you need to do to reverse engineer it to make sure that you don't possess or you don't exercise those traits, especially in your work environment, around your family, around your teammates, around your friends. With that said, guys, let's get into these traits. Trait number 1, guys, entitlement. Now, I've seen this play out over and over again, especially in special forces. Guys go through the Q course, they get to a group, and they think they're entitled a certain type of respect without even earning it. Truth of the matter is, once you go through selection, you go through the Q course, and you show up to group, you're at the bottom of the barrel, guys. You still have to work to earn the respect of that of your peers. Same thing can be applied to the civilian sector, guys. Just because you're from a certain class or you're from a certain part of the country doesn't automatically put you in a certain category. If you come from riches, if you are dirt poor, it doesn't matter, guys. You still have to work at earning respect and also earning your place in the world. Moving on to personality trait number 2, guys, and probably the worst of them all, and that is blaming others for what state or for what's currently going on with you as an individual. As soon as you start to blame others, guys, you automatically lose control of your ability to turn things around. Right? Same thing on the battlefield. As soon as you start blaming the environment, you start blaming the ammo, you start blaming your teammates, you start blaming everything that's out of your control, you've pretty much lost that war. As opposed to taking personal responsibility and then finding a way to overturn whatever it is that you're going through. Personality trait number 3, guys, that will repel good people out of your life is holding grudges. Now, as funny as this sound, guys, that's why I'm chuckling. Special forces, guys, men, women, we do this all the time. And by holding grudges, all you're doing is letting somebody live for free in your mind. Because by you holding that grudge, guys, they still have control of your mind. They're still up there. You find yourself thinking about them from time to time, and it pisses you off. They have control over your emotional state. As opposed to saying, you know what, this dude, this girl, whoever, I'm not going to let them live rent-free in my head. I'm done thinking about them. They're done. Moving on to number 4, guys, you have the victim mentality. And I see this all the time nowadays, guys. Everybody feels as if they're a victim, right? Oh, the economy's bad. Oh, I'm black, so I'm automatically lumped into this category and I can't make it out of the hood. I can't do this. I can't do that. Oh, I'm too short to go to selection. I'm too overweight to do this. They see themselves as a victim instead of saying, you know what? I was dealt a bad hand. Thank you for this opportunity, God, for me to grind, improve myself, and get out of this situation. But instead of doing that, they just accept it and it becomes who they are. So don't have a victim mentality, guys. That will repel good people away from you. Personality trait number 5, guys, that will repel good people out of your life is if you're a selfish individual. If you are in a position to give, then give. Moving on to number 6. If you are a chronic complainer. Especially in special forces, guys, and now that I'm on the civilian sector, I have even less of a tolerance for it because the sun shines on everybody, it snows on everybody, it rains on everybody. Everyone has their shit that they're going through. No one wants to sit around and hear about how fucked up your life is. No one wants that, guys, because they're dealing with their own stuff. So to be around individuals that are constantly complaining about whatever it is that they're going through, it just drains a person. It irritates a person. And nobody wants to be around that, guys. So that's a quick way to repel good people out of your life. Moving on to number 7, guys, is if you are boasting. And I see this in the Special Forces Regiment all the time. Guys get to the point where they're, top of the food chain and they're boasting. They're sticking their chests out. There's no humility there. They're going around, they're showing off, and they're talking down to people. They're telling everybody how great they are. That is a shitty quality to have, guys. You need to be humble. You need to scoop to the lowest level of those that are around you. Especially when you're in a foreign country and you're working with your partner force. That humility and that humbleness goes a long way. Last but not least, guys, is if you act as a know-it-all. Nobody likes a know-it-all, man, especially me. I remember being on teams with guys that just didn't know how to shut the fuck up. They were always talking. They were always outdoing the individual that was telling a story. If I told a story, that guys had to come back with a better story. If I shared something that I knew a lot about, he would have to go hit Google real quick and come back and trump me in one way, shape, or form. And eventually we got tired of that dude, man, and we just kicked him off the team. Because nobody wanted to be around that. A one-upper. A know-it-all. Nobody likes those guys on the Special Forces ODA. And as those guys transition into the civilian sector, it's the same thing. We all know individuals like that. And I know I'm not the only one that says I can't freaking stand those individuals, guys. So if I left anything off this list, guys, jump in the comment section below and share any personality traits that will repel individuals away from you. I'm curious to see what you guys come up with, guys. If you do have these traits, be honest with yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, man, I do this. How do I fix it? Guys, it takes a big man, a big woman to admit when they have flaws. Because again, once you admit that you have those flaws, then you can take control of that situation, of that flaw, and go to work to fix it. Because now that you're aware, you can catch yourself when you're doing it. A lot of people don't even realize that they're doing it because those that are around them don't have the balls to say, hey man, you're a know-it-all. How about you shut the fuck up from time to time? You don't get that from your friends, right? I can tell you in the Special Forces team, we are just brutally honest with each other. Like we point each other's weaknesses out because we want the next man to get better. And if they get upset about it and they can't handle it, guess what? It's time for you to go to the B team and find yourself another team. Guys, I hope this segment served you in one way, shape, or form. Again, I just took a look at myself and I identified some of the personality traits that I wasn't very keen of, that led me to leave friends, to stray away from teammates. And if you are getting ready to go to the regiment and you have some of these, do whatever you can to fix it. If you're in the civilian sector and you exhibit one of these, do whatever you can to fix it, guys. It will make your life a lot better. You'll attract and maintain the right people that are going to be within your circles for years and years to come. I appreciate you guys watching this. And if you have any comments, eager to hear them. I'll see you guys in the next video.